wiggling. Hi guys, today I want to talk to you about 5 things that I wish I would have known before I became a realtor. That's 5 things that they don't tell you about being a realtor before you become a realtor. 5 things that they don't tell you about being a realtor before you get your real estate license, and that I wish I would have known before I became one. So, number 1 is what you learn in the exam, the things that they teach you in real estate school and that you need to learn to pass the exam have honestly very little to do with what you actually need to know when you are a realtor and you work in the field. That's the number 1 thing. You have to pass the exam, you study hard, and you think that's it. But then you're done with your exam, you have your license, and then you really don't know anything. You literally, like, none of that is important, what you learned. I want to say that, I'm not supposed to say that, but that's true. And then you really start the learning, because then you need to learn about contracts, about how to deal with clients, and all those things which they do not teach you in real estate school. You're only there to get your license. Number two, everybody thinks it's cheap to become a realtor because they go to real estate school and it's only $500 and then you can start working. But what they don't know is you need to get business cards, and those are not that expensive, but still, you need to get business cards. You probably need to get marketing materials. You need to get with a brokerage. That costs money. They're gonna require you to either pay a desk fee or they take a pretty high percentage off of what you make. Then you need to pay for additional classes because everything costs money. Nobody's gonna teach you anything for free. You need to pay for gas, for postage, and not to mention it's gonna take you a while, most likely till you close your first deal. That leads me to number 3. Number 3 is you're not gonna automatically get clients. When you're fresh from real estate school, well, number 1, nobody wants to be with a realtor who has never closed a deal, and all your friends are gonna know that you just went to real estate school. So all of your friends, you think they're gonna wanna do deals with you? No. Everybody's gonna wanna go with an experienced realtor. So it's gonna take some time to prove yourself, and it's gonna be hard for you to get clients at first. Or for almost everybody, it's pretty hard. Yeah, people won't trust you. People will know that you're an agent that has no experience, so people won't trust you to deal with something really significant in their life, which is selling a house, which is really important to people. This is one of the that's the most important purchase that they're gonna probably make in their lifetime. And another thing, there are a lot of realtors. I live in Miami, so there's a lot of, I think Miami is the worst place to be a realtor because everybody and their cousin is a realtor. So it's gonna be pretty hard for you to establish yourself and get clients at first. Number 4, the other realtors, even the ones in your office, they're not your friends. They're your competition. You're gonna be pretty alone with trying to learn things. People are not going to try to help you if you have a problem with something. People are busy with their own lives. The realtors that are in the office are the ones that are not making money because there's really no need for you to be in the office ever. I haven't been in my office in months, literally months. Nobody's really going to want to help you because everybody's busy with trying to close their own deals, and it's a dog eat dog. It's a competition. So everybody wants to close a deal, even the ones that are in your office. Everybody wants to close their own deals. Even the ones that are in the office, they're still your competition. Number 5, dealing with the clients. It is not that easy to deal with the clients, or just dealing with getting the deal to go through. It's kind of hard because first of all, you don't make the house. So the client's taste usually never matches their budget unless you're really lucky. So the clients will they will take you all over town to see all the houses, and then later they're gonna realize that the first house that they saw was the right house, and the house is most likely not available anymore. That happens a lot. People will outbid you, especially right now in this market. People will outbid you, and there's always somebody with more money. And especially if you're dealing with a client that needs financing, the people with cash will come, and the seller is always going to take the cash offer. Like 99.9% of the time, the seller is going to take the cash offer. People will change their mind. The seller can change their mind, and the buyer can also change their mind. There's a lot of moving parts to a deal, and it takes a lot of people for the deal to go through. And then lastly, the financing can fall through because there has to be an appraiser that comes to look at the property. And let's say you offer $500,000 for a property. If the appraiser comes and the appraiser says the house is only worth $400,000, the buyer now has to come up with the additional $100,000, or the deal is not going to go through, the financing isn't going to go through. You have the option to have it reappraised, but that's obviously going to then, basically there's a high likelihood that a deal could fall apart because of financing. There are also really good things about being a realtor. There's a lot of advantages about being a realtor also. You are your own boss, you make your own hours, you can work as much as you want to, but that also means that you only get paid as much as you really put into it. Like if you don't put work into it, you're not gonna get paid. You're completely commission based. I forgot to tell you this. That's actually one of the worst parts about the job also. You're completely commission based. You're not gonna make any money unless you sell a house, and that can take months. Even though you've been showing them around, you've been spending money on gas, you've been spending money on all kinds of things, you're not gonna get paid until the deal closes. So unless you really hustle, you're probably not gonna make it. That's why a lot of people in this business don't last a year. Oh yeah, when you do close, the commissions are really nice. That's a big plus of the job. And it can be pretty fun to look at houses. It's a nice job overall. So overall, do I recommend it? Yes, I do, but you're gonna have to work really, really hard. It's not what you think it is. A lot of people get into this because they think, oh, it's so easy to get my real estate license, and they see all those shows on TV that get the big commissions, but really very, very few agents actually make those big commissions. Most of the agents struggle really hard.